That's how they get humbled and they fall right back into where they started.
I overcame everything these people threw at me. They threw me in the fire and they said, get out. They was telling lies about me. They was telling rumors about me. I was broke and I'm out. I'm out, taking over the game.
Several days later.
What's good, everybody? So today I'm gonna title this video, Never Brag About the Come Up. Alright, so look, man, in life you gotta stay down for your come up. But one thing a lot of times people realize and they miss out on is they forget where they came from and they forget their humble beginnings. And then what happens? That's how they get humbled and they fall right back into where they started.
I overcame everything these people threw at me. They threw me in the fire and they said, get out. They was telling lies about me. They was telling rumors about me. I was broke and I'm out. I'm out, taking over the game.
Several days later.
There's nothing wrong with appreciating the fact that, you know, all the hard stuff you went through. You start flaunting, and when you start bragging about what you got, that's how you get humbled. Because then there's somebody that's just on the other side waiting for you to fall. And then when it happens, they just love that. It puts a smile on their face. So it's two things you could take away from this video. For one, it's obvious. Don't be flaunting and bragging about what you got. And the second thing is, be careful who you share your good news and who you share your bad news to. Man, if I would have learned this a long time ago, man. I remember I wanted to get into real estate, right? I was really deep into it. I just really wanted to get into it and just do the doggone thing, man. I wanted to make some bread, and I still do. I still want to get into real estate, but I had a gut feeling with this particular house that I had, it just didn't feel right. This was before COVID hit, so I just kind of put it off to the side. I was like, I'm gonna just be patient on it, and I'm gonna stack my bread up before I call myself, you know, putting a down payment on this house and then having to owe the bank a mortgage. Then what happened? COVID hit. Boom. Can you imagine? That's when the housing market, it went down because people were out of jobs and so forth. But can you imagine if I would have just went through with it? Man, I remember I was telling certain people that, oh yeah, I'm gonna get into real estate. And then what happened? It fell through. Numbers wasn't looking right. The person who sold me, who tried to sell me the home, she was changing up her numbers and stuff. It just didn't even go right. But I was embarrassed. I embarrassed myself because now people was asking me, yo, what happened with that crib? I'm like, well, it didn't necessarily go through because and they're like, oh man, versus I would have kept cool about it, and if I would have just chilled and just done it, people would have been like, man, like he really out here doing it. So that's an important life lesson, man. Always never brag about your come up, and most importantly, be very careful who you tell your good news as well as your bad news too, man. I appreciate and I love every single one of you guys, but until then, peace.